Hey everyone, for today's video I thought that I would review some new products for you guys. These are not new on the market, they've been out for a little bit now, but I just picked them up probably like a week ago to 2 weeks ago. The most days are kind of running together at this point, but I've had a good amount of time to try these products out, and I figured I would share my thoughts with you guys. The products I'm talking about are the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation and the pressed powder. So I know, like I said, I know these products have been out for a while and everybody has been doing their review on it, but I figured this was a product that I kind of wanted to review as well, so that you could hear the opinions of somebody that has combo to oily skin. So I am wearing both of these products today, and I did pretty minimal makeup as far as like blush and everything goes. It is now like 5:30 in the evening, probably 5:45 at this point, and I applied my makeup at 7 o'clock this morning. So it's been a full day. I'm kind of looking in the mirror while I'm talking to you guys, and I think for the most part it's worn really well. Let's see if I can zoom you guys in a little bit here without getting like too close. Okay, so I think it's worn pretty well. The first place that I always have makeup break down on me is around my nose, and for the most part I think it's held up pretty well. And then the other place is around my chin, and I've had some like hormonal acne going on down here, so those blemishes have since kind of popped through since this morning. But for the most part I think the coverage is really nice. I don't have any breaking up of the product on my forehead or on my cheeks, which I usually don't, but every once in a while I will get a foundation that kind of like totally breaks up in places that I'm not even oily. Let me zoom you guys back out here. Okay, so like I said, every once in a while I will get a foundation that just doesn't work well. These products, like I said, I've been using for like 2 weeks. I've been using them together. I'm pretty sure these are the only products that I've used for the last 2 weeks. And overall, I think they're really amazing. I got mine at CVS. I think they retailed for $11.99 a piece. So L'Oreal is a brand that's a little bit higher end as far as price goes in the drugstore. I think their products are really amazing quality, and I think the price is pretty much on point with, you know, the type of products they are. Let's talk about the foundation for a little bit. I have the foundation in the lightest shade, which is 101 Classic Ivory. And in the tube, I was a little afraid that it was going to be a little orange, but when you put it like on, I know you're not supposed to swatch makeup on the back of your hand for like color comparison. You're supposed to do it on your jaw or whatever. But when I wipe it out, it's very light, and I would almost say that it's a little too light for me, but I prefer something that's too light than too dark. And I don't remember what the next step up was, but I know that that one it was kind of a big jump. So I did get 101 Classic Ivory in both the pressed powder and in the foundation. So my first impressions of the foundation is it lasts really well. I definitely would say it keeps me matte, but not matte to the point where it's like you're like wearing a mask. It's more like just a natural finish. I think that this is a product that isn't the easiest to work with. The first time I tried it with my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, and it was like major cake face. It was not a good application. I actually had my husband say to me, like, you have a lot of makeup on your face today. And I did, and it was just because I was using the wrong tools to apply it. And if I had read the back of the package, it does tell you to smooth it onto the skin and with a rolling motion with a sponge. So lately I've been using my Real Techniques the sponge, the blending sponge, and it says to use it in a rolling motion. I don't know, that's debatable. I will say that this product sets very quickly. I'm somebody that likes to put like foundation on the back of my hand, dot it on my face, and then go back in and blend everything together. I can only work half a face at a time, and really it's more like a quarter of a face at a time, because it dries and it stays in place, and then you do end up with blotchiness. Another point that I want to make is that this product doesn't play well with a lot of primers. I think that if you try and use a mattifying primer with this, you're going to run into some issues. I had tried using the Revlon Photo Ready primer with it, and especially on my nose, like it just, like it was like oil and water. They just did not want to mix and blend together, and I actually had to wipe my makeup off, my primer off, and start over. So I know this sounds kind of strange, but I've been using this spackle tinted under makeup primer in Champagne from Laura Geller, which is like a luminous primer that has a little bit of sparkle to it. But with this over top of it, you don't see that, but I feel like you need more of like a hydrating primer underneath to make this have a better application, if that makes sense. So like I said, I think it's a really awesome product. I don't know that I would say that it's the best, the end all be all for somebody that doesn't want to take the time or doesn't know the proper tools and that sort of thing to make this work for them. It's all a learning curve, but like I said, I applied it with the wrong brush the first day. I applied it with the wrong primer the next day. Like there's just things that it's not the easiest of foundations to use. Just because the packaging seems similar, I kind of wanted to compare it to the CoverGirl Hello Flawless, or I'm sorry, no, Ready Set Gorgeous. This one is like a piece of cake. It blends beautifully. This one dries a lot faster. It's a little bit more finicky. I think they're equally as great. They have about the same coverage, but this one's just a little bit tougher to work with, if you will. And then as far as the powder goes, the powder, like I said, I got in the 105 Classic Ivory as well. It's extremely finely milled. It's really nice and soft powder. It does come with the sponge on the back. I don't use a sponge. And I will say a little bit goes a long way. This can turn into cake face very easily as well. The first time I used it, I used my e.l.f. powder brush with it, and I kind of just tried to pat it into my skin, and that was a big no-no. It's more something that you want to use like a big fluffy brush with and just kind of like lightly buff it into your skin, and a little bit goes a long way. And like I said, this makeup has been on my face all day. I did put a little bit of powder around the sides of my nose when I got home, but as far as like my chin goes, which usually gets very oily, I have not touched it. So I think the staying power of these products are amazing. I think that they're definitely worth the price. They're a really awesome product. Like I said, I've been using this alone. This is the only product like exclusively for the last 2 weeks. And if I didn't like them, I wouldn't do that. Like I said, I don't think they're the easiest products in the world to work with, especially the foundation. I think you kind of just have to figure out what works for your skin, and don't get discouraged if you have like 1 or 2 bad makeup applications, because it can be a little tricky. I've noticed on my cheeks, not because of this product, just because it's winter, I've had some dry patches on my cheeks, and this has not clung to any dry patches or anything, which is really nice. Sometimes a mattifying or mattifying foundation will do that to you. I think that it keeps my blush, I mean, like I said, it's been since 7 o'clock this morning. My blush isn't as like out there as it was this morning, but I think it keeps everything intact. I wouldn't have any issues going out in public like this. Obviously, I'd probably come home and kind of freshen up a little bit, but I wouldn't, it's not one of those things where after like, 8-9 hours that I feel like I have to come home and redo my makeup. I feel like I can just kind of touch it up and keep going on with my day. So yeah, overall, I think these are really awesome products. If you have the time and the patience to figure out how to apply them in a way that works for you. Being a makeup junkie, that's just something I enjoy. I like the challenge of trying to figure out how I can make a product work, especially when I'm spending my own money to pay for these products. I know $11 isn't like the most expensive thing in the world, but it's a bummer when you get a product that you literally like cannot use and you cannot make work for you. And a lot of times I'll return those, but I don't know. I think these are really awesome. If you are somebody that has combo to oily skin, or even just full on oily skin, I think you would really, really enjoy these products. So if you have tried these out, or if you plan on trying these out, let me know in the comments below, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on them. And if you liked this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up so I know to keep making these review videos for you, and let me know that they're helpful. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye guys!